Hi everyone, it's me again, and today we will be taking a look at my signed K-pop collection. We're gonna look at everything, at photo cards, polaroids, albums, promos, not promos, meaning we will have a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get started with our first category. So the first category are M-Wave albums, or the albums you can get from sites that are similar to M-Wave but are not M-Wave. You get what I mean? Yes Asia, K-Pop Town, years ago, Tower Records and things like that. Basically, you buy a signed album from a store and then they ship it to you. In my case, together with shipping, each album would cost like $40, which is not bad compared to promo albums. So I think it's a great opportunity to get a signed album from your favorite artist. Of course, not everyone does M-Wave albums, which is a bummer, but let me show you what I have for this category. First of all, we have Monsta X's The Code, which is the Dramarama album, and I have it signed by Juhon, obviously, like who else? And basically they did sign it on the cover and it was random member signed, but I got it off of a mutual on Instagram. And yeah, it looks great. I really like that it's signed with silver and not with gold. I think it looks really, really good. And yeah, just a quick thing, that's so fucking ugly, but never mind. What I wanted to say that the M-Wave albums are not promo albums, those are just regular with golden sticker. So this is the first one. And then what follows is the Connect, which is version 4, version 3, yes, would be great if I could read, which is signed by Juhon as well. This has golden marker. I would prefer if it would be silver, to be entirely honest, but it looks great nevertheless. I think it's really cool that I have like the following albums in chronological order signed by him, which is super nice. Hope you can see that. Then what I have as well is Juhon signed Rush album. I hope you can see it without seeing my face because the cover is kind of reflective. But yeah, you can probably see it's super faded out, but the signature goes right here. I got it like super cheap, like for $20 because it's so faded and I thought it was cool. So here we are. And yeah, this one was signed for Yes Asia and not M-Wave because M-Wave albums signed by Juhon have his name, like name written down here, and the Yes Asia one do not have it, which is kind of an interesting fact to be aware of. Then moving on from Monsta X, we have Recode by CN Blue. It's signed by all 3 members. I really love CN Blue. Their newest album is so good as well. They just make music for really good vibes and I'm super happy I could have this album. Plus it looks very nice on display because like the cover is white and the signatures are black. I think it slaps. So then going on, we have some newest albums, and first of all, this is the Rebirth album. It's signed on the inside, so I'm not showing it to you because it's like in plastic sleeve, but it's signed by JR, and it was the one from Japanese store. It's a kind of thing to know. It's kind of cool to know it that the Japanese albums, like their equivalent or M-Wave albums, are signed in the actual album, not on the cover, but on the inside. Just so if you, for example, see a Monsta X album signed inside the actual album, it's not fake, it's just most likely the Tower Records one. Alrighty. Then going on, we have M-Wave, the Nocturne album, which is signed by Beko. It was actually my first M-Wave signed album, but I'm not actually ordering through them anymore because their customer service sucks. But yeah, I think this album looks spectacular because the cover is really beautiful and minimalistic, and the signature, chef's kiss. Let's arrange it somehow. Okay. Then we have full group signed Action by Newest. It was purchased through Yes Asia when Yes Asia was still doing signed albums, obviously, and I think it's super cute. It's actually one of my favorite Newest albums, Action and Sleep Talking, plus they look super clapped and I really love having their signatures on here. Yeah, I think it looks great with this iconic Rens look, one of my faves, definitely. then follows my actual favorite newest album, Sleep Talking. This is such an underappreciated, underrated song. Just please go listen to Sleep Talking. Just look at those outfits. I think it says everything. And this Sleep Talking album is signed by Aaron, who is my bias in the newest. And yeah, I think it's great to kind of have my favorite album signed by my bias. I think it looks great, and his signature is really, really nice. His signature hasn't really changed through the years, so I really, really like it that you can see it's him, basically. All right, and then we will arrive to the last M-Wave signed album, which is Cards Way with Words, which is their Gunshot single, and you look at it and go, Alicia, you said it was signed. I can't see the signatures, and you're fucking right, which is why I don't order through M-Wave anymore. Because it happens when you stack albums with markers that had not dried yet, and everything is fucking smudged. Like, you can't see the half of the signatures. Basically, the only signature you can see is BM's, which is like nice, because I always pull BM in Cards albums, so it's kind of funny that his signature is the only one visible as well. But yeah, it's not just me, many other people had the problem with the same album, because the cover has a slightly different material. It's not your typical kind of hardcover booklet. It has more of a silky touch to it, which is why it was so difficult to sign it, and which is the reason why it's smudged. But yeah, this album is absolutely superior, so I'm very happy I have it. This way or other, I mean, I would have gotten it either way, so it's very cool to have it this way as well. Yeah, so this were, oh my god, it's so crooked, I'm so sorry. I hope you appreciate my attempt to have everything straight. Yeah, so that was my category for M-Wave / similar size signed albums. And let's go to our next category, shall we? Let's go. Our next category are the promo albums, which are the albums that are distributed among the representatives of the industry, like broadcasting stations, stuff like that, or other artists either. Which means they're more expensive if they're signed, and you have to be very, very cautious to be able to distinguish what, is it legit, is it not. It is unfortunately a chore. But I have some of those, and I'm super excited to show it to you. Let's go. First of all, we have signed Monsta X Are You There promo. You can basically tear its promo by this little sticker. It also has this yellow dot, kind of signifies the title track they were playing on air, they were performing with, and so on. It's Shootout, by the way. And yeah, it was the first era when I was actively standing Monsta X, so I thought it would be really, really cool to get this album. It's obviously signed by all of the members, and I think it looks really great. Like, the signatures are very, very well preserved, if you would say like that. Either this one here, because you could like, I'm not sure, it's a bit smudged, but it's a perfect condition. I love it a lot. And unfortunately, because it's white, you have to be really, really cautious about the sun damage, but as long as you use those comic sleeves, everything should be fine. So this is our first album. Our second album is Taeyeon's My Voice album. It is the kind of yellow version from the standard, like not the deluxe edition, but the normal one. And it is signed by her. Oh my god! It's promo as well. And here you have this not for sale sticker with some additional chit chat. Plus, what is super cool about it is if you have a K-pop album signed to someone, like to a person by their name, as you can see it right here, it is more and more and more reliable to see that the source is legit. It's easier to check up if everything adds up. It's where they're participating in this promotion, in this program, and so on. So it's a very great thing to kind of see if the album is legit, if they have an additional message, for instance. And because Taeyeon is an SM artist, they are notorious for having managers signed albums. But if you have a message which is more personal and you can compare, you have the more handwriting to compare with, you may be more and more sure that it's 100% signed by her. And you know what's funny? This album, this particular album, is signed to for the producer of Blue Night Radio, like the radio show Jonghyun was hosting and Taeyeon was a guest on it. I mean, the Alicia verse is colliding, like old interaction, full blown. But yeah, and plus I bought this album because she wrote heh. Right here you can see heh. Yeah, I love this album a lot. It looks spectacular. Yellow is my favorite color. Taeyeon is my favorite girl. This is the best thing I own. Period. And as you probably know me so far, the best things always come at the very end. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I am definitely not. Are you ready? I just have to ask one more time. Maybe sit, it would be better for you, but holy shit, look at that! Oh my god! Yeah, but to be more professional about it right now, I have acquired signed bass promo. Can you believe it? It's Jonghyun signed promo album. This is so fucking sick. But yeah, I am super happy it's a promo version as well. And this album is signed to Sonamu. They're like a girl group. They were promoting their song called Deja Vu. Deja Vu? Deja Vu? I don't know. In my first language, we pronounce it Deja Vu. So I have to always try to suspect how you pronounce it in English. But anyway, Sonamu were promoting this song while Jonghyun was promoting Crazy and Deja Vu, which is again a nice coincidence. And yeah, it's signed to them and he says they're super cool, which is very, very nice because I do think Sonamu are cool as hell as well. So this is what we have right here. And yeah, I am super excited because with this album you're even able to trace the exact date when it was signed to them during a music show. So I think it's an amazing detective work when you're kind of searching for this kind of album and you're trying to prove yourself it's legit. So I think it's really exciting and I was having so much fun doing so. Like I had all of these 1,000 websites opened and I was comparing and I was searching up. I think it was super, super fun and I'm very happy to have this album. As you can see, it is a bit botched because of the dust cover, but it's the worst SM packaging they've ever had. So we have signed Jonghyun album, which is my most prized possession probably right now, and I'm super happy to have it. And yeah, if we have this album next to each other, the very important thing you can do while looking at the SM artist signatures and things like that are not that much the correctness of the signature itself, but rather the layout in the space. For example, Jonghyun's signature changed a bit during the years, but you know what never changed? The thing that this part and this part of his signature are always in the same constellation, kind of. And you can take a ruler and compare it. It's always the same. And I think it's really, really important to be aware of such little facts while checking up if your albums are legit or not. But yeah, this is my favorite thing ever. Like, please look at it. I have this album on my shelf. It's like in the middle of my shelf between this Taeyeon album and my Monsta X fansign album, and I just look at it all the time, and it motivates me to do my work basically. But long story. So yeah, we have the clashes in the Alicia verse, which means Sonamu and Jonghyun and Taeyeon and Jonghyun. So these are my 3 promo albums. I do not collect promo albums, but I'm super happy with those I have here and I couldn't wish for more. So yeah, that was my promo albums category, and let's jump into the other one. Our next category are fansign albums, which are the albums mostly signed to me, but also signed to other people who attended the fansign. I own 4 of them and I have 3 here with me. The 4th one is like floating in the space of my other places. But let's take a look at those ones I have here. We're gonna start with this one, which is the only fansign album not signed to me personally, of course, because I was like 9 when Girls' Generation debuted. But what I do have here is Into the New World, which was the debut release of Girls' Generation, and I do own 2 copies of this album. The one is the fansign one and the other one is the promo version. So yeah, when we take a look at this one, this album is signed by 4 members, if I'm not mistaken, including Taeyeon, which is the reason why I bought it, of course. So here we start with Yuna. I'm trying to make you see it. Can you see it? Okay, so we have Yuna right here. I really love her signature. It looks so kind of bubbly and fun. I think like the concept of this album is absolutely incredible. So yeah, it's a fan sign album to, of course, another person. And we go with Jessica right here. Wow, his signature is so beautiful. Just look at it. Oh my god. I've actually never noticed it's a fish in this bowl. I always thought it was something different, but never mind. Then we proceed to Miss Kim Taeyeon, as you can see, which is really exciting because you may know her butterfly signature, but it was not her signature from the beginning, which is, you can see this really kind of awkward stars and hearts. I think is so cute. She's so adorable. Okay, so this is my favorite page, of course. And then will come Miss Hyoyeon, of course. Look at her, what an icon. The style, insane. Yeah, so we have Hyoyeon here. And yeah, that was the 4 members who signed this particular album. With Girls' Generation, you can see fan sign albums signed not by all members, but like by part of them. I think it continues up until Baby Baby, because I've seen Into the New World, I've seen Girls' Generation signed in those kind of units, if you want to say, like 4 and 5. So yeah, it's just the thing they were doing, and I'm super happy to have like Fetus Taeyeon's signature in this one as well, plus Hyoyeon and Yuna, because they're in my bias line as well. I'm so excited. This was such a win for me. So this is our first thing. The other thing we have here is my Brave Girls Summer Queen fansign album. I've made a video about this fansign and the group order I've held, and it was so much fun. I love Brave Girls so much, and I'm so happy to have an album signed to my name. It's so cute. I'm gonna show you all of the girls' signatures, like there are 4. So yeah, this is the queen, the icon, my love. We have Minyoung. She's so adorable. She signed it on the best page in this entire album. Just look at her. Look at her. This is so iconic. She wrote "Nice to meet you" here in the corner. And then we proceed. This is such a good album. Then we proceed to Yujong, the English-speaking icon. She says to Alicia, love you too. This is the best page as well, so I'm so happy about the choice of the places they signed in. Then we have Eunji. Her signature looks so nice, like the entire message is so nicely laid out on the page. I'm obsessed. And here, where are you? Here she is. I always seem to lose Yuna, and then I found her again. I'm like, oh, here you are. Thank you for your support. She's so cute. Again, the best page possible. So I adore it a lot. I'm super happy with this album. Like, it's a thing I have very fond memories of, and I'm so happy because it's my favorite version of this album, which is the summer version, not the Queen. And it was such a nice experience, basically. And yeah, so it was such a nice experience. So yeah, our last signed album our last fansign album is my one and only Fatal Love fansign album signed by Jooheon. It is just the best thing. Again, my favorite version. I seem to be really lucky about it, to be quite honest. And yeah, it was like the best experience I had in 2020, where both of the Jooheon fansigns, it says everything. He's such a wholesome person. Adore him. So this is the first album I have. I also have Fantasia X signed by him, but again, it's at my other place. Plus, I am not sure how I will display it because it's signed like not on the first cover, but rather on the bit of it inside. But yeah, so that was everything we have for the fansign albums, and let me grab another ones to go to our next category. Let's go. Our next category are other signed items. I do not really collect them, like I do not look after signed cards or Polaroids on the internet, so once I find one, it's nice, but it's not that I'm hunting after them. But yeah, the first signed thing we have is this Juhon's signed follow fan sign photo card with this absolutely priceless raincoat filter, blue hair, raincoat filter, Juhon, squishy. It's like the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I bought it for quite a decent price, like it was very, very reasonably priced back in 2019. Now it's a bit harder to get this one particular card, but I'm so happy I actually have it. If I could like keep one Juhon's card, it would be this one, because it's so cute. Okay, it's like the most adorable thing ever. Just please take a close look. I'm obsessed. And yeah, the other two signed items I have are the two Polaroids I own. The one is Juhon's signed Polaroid from the Code era, which is, he also has the outfit from one of the Dramarama stages. And the other one is signed Hyujang Polaroid I won in my MMT Brave Girls fan sign. It's signed as well, and she also drew a little heart-shaped bun on her head, which is so adorable. You don't see, because she has black hair, you think it's like her hairstyle at the first glance, but then you look closer and you see she drew it, and I think it's so, so cute. And yeah, I think those two look super nice next to each other on the shelf, because both of them are making peace signs, and both of those Polaroids are in like more darker colors, so I think it slaps. Because of my OCD, I am particularly fond of odd numbers, so I would like one day get a third signed Polaroid. I am not sure by which artist, because like Luna and Dreamcatcher Polaroids are expensive. But if I would be, it's not like I'm looking after them, but if I would find a third Polaroid of my old artist by chance, I would definitely get it, because yeah, Polaroids are fun, and this too definitely made me want to have the third one, let me tell you. Alright, so this was everything for this category. Let me clean up for a bit. Yeah, this was everything for our signed items video. I hope you enjoyed those items just as much as I do, and as much as I do like looking at them and kind of taking care of them. And yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of signed items you own, or which one you'd like to own very much. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!